Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, and I survived the windy Wednesday. You try and say that sober. Yes, windy, warm Wednesday. Yesterday was unreal. It ruined a lot of our videos, but we had this small, short videos from the past to put in there. Yes, back when we were renovating the staff's house. So this morning we woke up to -8 Celsius, but feels like -15. Lies! Look at this, no gloves. And then on the yo-yo scale, +18, but feels like +5. Yes, warm temperatures. Yes, and we got today, on my notes here, today we have to go get some wet wood. We filled up the trailer, the staff filled up the trailer yesterday with dry wood. So we put it in the wood stove last night and whoop, it went up quickly. Yes, very quickly. So we have to go get some wet wood to slow the burn. All right, so I untangled the flags. They survived yesterday on windy Wednesday. Ooh, windy Wednesday. All right, I think the sun will be coming up today. We're not sure. Should be over there somewhere. I don't know what we're doing today. Oh, wait, we have to get wet wood. Yes, wet wood. All right, so here we go. We're going to get smoked out. All the things I do for this Swedish kid. The wood stove in the hose shack is burning hot right here, and I just started the shop stove. Look at that. That's that dry wood. No ties or any accelerants been added yet. That's just the dry wood. It's going up quickly. All right. And last night I stayed up late working on the book. Yes, Skill Saw Loggers. I'm slowly getting it done chapter by chapter. But then again, that'll be my income when I'm at Shady Pines retirement home. Nobody's going to be watching these videos in 20 years time or 30 years time, just like owning my collection of VHS tapes. Yes, as if I'm going to find the VHS player and put the tape in to watch something that's so distorted and, how would you say, unreal. It's hard to believe we paid like $1,000 or whatever for the VHS recorder player so we could watch those grainy old movies. Yes, that was something else we did back then. Oh wait, that was 40 years ago. Now we have such detailed videos to watch on big screens, even on the computer with those small little speakers. It sounds so good. All right, there's one full rotation. We better go. Here comes the boss, even on a warm Thursday. Unreal. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. Instead of working on the book this morning, I had to come out here and get this track chain taken apart, but we weren't planning on making a dog drag. Yes, a chain dog drag. Oh, these lips need some more vodka. All right. So I was in here yesterday. We spent half an hour, got the pads off while we were waiting for the staff. Also, too, we figured it out. Plus, we had oil soaked it down. Yes, always time for lubrication, just like in the bedroom. All right, so over here, we find different sizes of wrenches, and the wrenches fit because each wrench is never made the same, so it has different angles, degrees, and philosophies. Plus, these bolts are 80 years old or whatever, so they kind of rounded out on the top. So the bolts were originally 5/8 Imperial. So we're using a 16 millimeter socket, and when they round out, beat on it till a 15 millimeter socket fits on. So it was nice and tight in there, and you just hammer the socket off when it comes out to get the bolt loose. So this worked out very well. So basically an hour and a half, or basically 2 hours work. We have all the pads off. Now the pads can be taken to the storage shed, tank shed. And these can be replacement pads for the cats. Yes, we have the Communist cat, the Laverne, and the Curse of Reverse that take these pads. All right, so this will work out good. Very pleased, worked hard. So the staff will be here after lunch. We can put the pads away and drag this chain outside. Also, too, I think I know why we changed this out. It's not the fact that it's really worn out. It's the fact that there's 1 joiner link, 2 joiner link, 3 joiner link. So I think the person ran out of money or was breaking links or whatever, so they just kept putting a master in. So we have to do a little welds on those because as dragging, the little cotter pin will fall out and then the pin falls out. Trust me, we know.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is pretty cloudy out here right now and it looks like it's trying to snow. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast. Then at 1 p.m. I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to today. 12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. I think I'll have grilled cheese and soup today. I'm not feeling the greatest. My shoulder is acting up, which isn't good. So let's head inside, let the dogs out and make lunch. Then I'll do the weather and get the skidoo out at 1 p.m. Almost 1 p.m. and I just finished up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 8 degrees Celsius, which is 17 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. I just got the skidoo out as well and the toboggan. I have to go up and get some gas. Now let's head to the Kingdom and grab the jerry cans and go fill up. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the Kingdom. I have 4 jerry cans of gas to fill up and 1 of diesel, plus I'll top the skidoo up as well. So let's head on back into WHO-ville and see how much fuel is.
Okay, after lunch in the Kingdom while the staff is out getting the gas. Yes, we're going to buy gas today while it's warm, so when we need it when it's cold, we know the pump at the card lock will work. Alright, so I set everything up at lunchtime before I went in, but I never welded it because you don't want to have a hot spark here, I would say smoldering in the wood and debris everywhere, because we could have a fire. So I waited till after lunch to do the welding. Now, if there's a hot spark in anywhere in the firewood or anywhere in here and creating a fire, we'll be able to see it in theory. So all I did was do a quick weld around the pins, one there and one over there, and I think we got it all. And I used the welder of choice, the AC/DC buzz box, and now I'll just pull it back so it's out of the way, because I'm in my winter gear, and if I start doing too much work in the shop, I'll break out in a sweat. And at my age, breaking out in a sweat and then going outside, I could get a head cold. Oh my.
1:30 and I just made it back to the Kingdom after getting fuel for 4 jerry cans of gas plus the skidoo. It was $188. They do have the tax back on it, which isn't good. Everything's pretty expensive. And then I got 1 jerry can of diesel for $38. This is how much everything was. Now let's head outside and see what my dad's up to. Down at the shop now, it was perfect timing. I showed up right when the hard part was done. My dad put all the plates into the tank shed. Now we'll gas up the 41, then head down to the wood pile. I have to find him some water-soaked wood that's on the bottom of the pile because the stuff he has right now is too dry and it's burning really fast. Got the 41 down to the wood pile, no problem. Now I'll jump on the Mini and start loading it. Shouldn't take me very long. I'm just going to dig down right in front of me here to get the water-soaked core boxes.
Okay, seems how it's a nice warm day. We're out here with the dog trail chain trag. Yes, oh, these lips. All right. So we used the chop saw blade in the grinder, but that's not the one we used. We used the one with the safety guards on, and we cut off the link. That's no good, but we have to save this because we can use it to patch the chain on the little cats. But this is what we want. We want a good bushing and pin. Good bushing and pin right there. That way the cable is pulling on that, not the pipe that's going to be across there. Hand and eye coordination, not the pipe that's going across there, because that pipe going across is just a spreader pipe. All right, let's walk down and see how the staff is making out loading the 41 Chevy. Okay, down checking on the staff, and looks like she's got a load. We can't overload the truck because it's not a work truck, it's a fun truck. Look at this staff go. She doesn't break anything. Oh well, she's a better operator than me. All right, grab some more of that crappy wood. We got to clean up this mess.
Almost 3 p.m. and I just got the 41 loaded. Now my dad will head on back into the kingdom and park it over by the wagon. Then we can cut up some firewood. We're going to leave this big hole here so the next time we get the D69U, known as the hood, out, my dad can just push this up. That way we can get those boxes in the back. Made it back into the kingdom, no problem. Now I'm going to head in behind the house with the Mini and fluff up the long trailer and fill up the tubs. And while I'm doing that, my dad's going to go cut some cable for his little drag here and then the rest of the rail ties. Look how cool the sky looks right now. That is pretty neat. Look at those ripple effects. Just after 3 p.m. and I made it in behind the house. Shouldn't take me very long to fill up the tubs because as you can see the wood is pretty much kindling already, so I'll fill them up and fluff up the long trailer for next time. 3:30 and I just got all the tubs filled. Now I'll head back around to the shop in the host shack and drop everything off. Sounds like my dad is cutting up rail ties and you can hear Jack in the background as well. Made it back over to the shop and I put the tubs away, just waiting for my dad to cut up the rail ties so I can put some more on. I also straightened out the pile that's in behind there. While I wait for my dad to cut up the rest of the rail ties, I'll fill up the wagon and put it back in the shop. 4 p.m. we just got a bunch of rail ties put on the table. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m. We are still testing out the new mic, so bear with us, the sound might be off.
Okay, the staff is done for the day. You can hear her heading out. So she's got quite the system set up here with the big trailers or the trailers for the long stuff. She fills the little tubs to keep the wood stove going. And the reason why we need the kindling stuff is because we're not splitting those big white trees or the railroad ties, wherever you want to call them. We just throw in the kindling and keep it burning. All right, so over here, I used my handy dandy 3-in-1 brush. Yes, we're putting effort into these videos, not like my new bride on my honeymoon. All right, our honeymoon. All right, so we built these drags a long time ago when the earth was green and long before the Swedish kid was even born. So this is what you do. You take a track pad, bolt it on here, you cut it off or whatever, so it works out good. So you've now taken the track and turned it inside out, or the chain, and this is how you put the cables on. So like this, and there's the link here that we cut back in the day. And then over here, that's a D69U worn out track chain right here. And this here is a D8K Caterpillar. That's a pretty big dozer back in the day. And we didn't get any pads with it, okay? So we had to improvise, adapt, and overcome like Clint Eastwood in Heartbreak Ridge. So we put a steel plate in there, drilled out the holes, put some big bolts. Oh, hand and eye coordination. All right, maybe I need some vodka. All right, so we put a steel plate in here. And we drilled it out, put some big bolts in. Still hand and eye coordination. Maybe the rotation of the earth is affecting me. So that's how we did it, because we didn't have any track pads for the D8K cat. And where are we going to find them? We're not going to buy them on eBay and ship them to the end of the world. So this drag is just as old, and it's worked out well. We used the pipe in the front because it goes over the rocks. That's the whole idea. But I know the government of Manitoba here wants an I-beam or channel iron across the front, because they figure that little blade or the angle pieces or the lip of the I-beam or H-beam will cut the rocks. Well, guess what? 10 miles down the road, when you're dragging the winter road, that beam is folded over and curved just like a pipe. So use a pipe because we have lots of it. All right, let's go to the shop. Okay, one of the joys of having the mini hoe out yesterday in the heat of the day was we removed all the snow, because that door touches the ground or whatever. It doesn't have much ground clearance because there's bedrock right there. So we have to keep the snow cut right down. So when this track chain came out of the shop, it went here because there's no snow and the track chain is warm. Plus we were close to the electrical outlet for cutting the ends off. So there's the track chain turned inside out or whatever, and we got it done. We did some booger welds right there, so that'll work out well. All right, so tomorrow, if it's cold like it's supposed to be, we'll be in the shop and we can make the spreader pipe for in here. Maybe I should keep this. It's kind of handy. It's better than my finger. All right, let's go in the shop this time around. Okay, we got some railroad ties cut up, and we have the wagon full of wet wood. Yes, we need the wet wood to mix with the ties or whatever, this stuff here. This other stuff the staff was bringing or whatever, that stuff goes up like flamboyant, like now. Oh yeah, it's dry stuff. So this works out good. We got the wet stuff. We got some nice heat coming out of the stove. Can you feel that, Les Nessman? And we have it turned down. And also too, last night in my skill saw loggers book that I'm writing, I did the story of the double barrel stove being replaced with the Dr. Seuss chimney, and then we go into this. And this one here, we've had low pressure systems, terrible burning conditions, and we've never put a fan on it. We've been able to keep this heat coming out of this stove, which we like. All right, let's go to the front of the shop. Okay, we didn't do a walk and talk video because I'm out of breath. Yes, so I walked up here, took a deep breath, and we're ready to go. So we cut the cable, we've got it in the snowbank. Yes, we have the chop saw, or the grinder out with the chops, or the cut-off blade in it with the skill saw guard, or the guards, everything like that, safety first. So we cut the cable while we were out in the snow, and we brought in this pipe the other day, and we got the cable clamps, the thimble, I think that's what you want to call it. There's the cable clamps right there, and they are the right size this time around. So you can see I was going through looking for sockets so I could hammer on those, trackpad bolts. Yes, so that's what we do. Dump it out, find what you need, and look at this. We got a whole bunch of them trackpad bolts. That's good. So we don't have to buy on eBay. So tomorrow when it's cold, yeah, it's cold, we can cut this pipe down and make it fit onto the track pads to bolt onto the dog trail drag chain. Oh, I had to say that sober. All right, let's go check on the flags, because I think we're calling it a day, because this beverage is tasting way too good. Okay, we're short video today because we're wandering around aimlessly lost. So we'll add something from the past and call it good. Yes, oh my.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -9 degrees Celsius, which is 15 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, it is pretty cloudy out there right now, and it has started to snow. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, it's close to 4:30. We've been going since 6:30 this morning, getting up, doing emails, comments, everything like that, getting the day ready for and organized for the great events. Yes, we have to be well organized to get everything done in the allotted time. Yes, we have the wood stove stocked up. they're just starting to burn. And the 41 Chevy 4x4 worked excellent for getting some wood. We have other means of getting wood or whatever, but I didn't feel like plowing or starting a cat, so the 41 got volunteered. It's not a work truck, you know, that's quite a bit of rocks in the back there. All right, so let's scroll and see what we got here. The staff's got some wood down the table for us, and we have the pile over here. Yes. All right, let's look at the flags. They're looking good, and let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.